Just waiting on the referees. Alright, still no referees. Only 3 minutes in. Alright, here comes the officials. Alright, so just a 2-minute warm-up, quick one to get us started. And then I believe it's 3 10-minute periods. game 1 of the Cambridge Roadrunners tournament, facing off against Central York Panthers. We'll have 3 12-minute periods with no flood. Bella Perry on the draw, Michaela Paris, and Carrington Palizé on the wings. Rowan Frood with Isabella Massimiliano on the point. Your starting goalie, Leah Murphy. Puck comes back to Frood off the draw. She chips that into Central York territory. Goalie plays that. Puck comes to the blue line. Perry ties up, gets it back in the zone. Pressure from Carrington. Bella gets the puck towards the net, deflected behind the net. Panthers chip it up center. We get in our zone. Perry ties up. Massimiliano with some help. Bella Mass gets the puck back. Sends it up the boards for Carrington. Carrington gets on the sidewall. Gets over the red line, over the blue, and the old chip and change. Out comes Morris, Patura, and Gation up front. Moore on the point with Judd. Panthers start to break out with it. They get into our zone, lots of pressure from the Wolves. Shot steered away by Murphy. Emma gets the rebound. She comes up the side with it. Gets it over for Ryan Morris. Morris enters the zone. Cuts in the high slot, gets a shot, that's blocked. Gation follows it up, it's back for Moore. Her shot is saved. Patura tries to get that out front. Gets some help from Gation. Puck's back for Emma. She gets a shot from the blue line over the net. Now the Panthers chip it up. Morris keeps that in. Gets it over for Berkeley. Berkeley down low for Morris. Morris behind the net, tries to work that out front. Goalie blocks it. Now we get out front. Gation's shot blocked. Puck's to the blue line. Judd steps up, keeps it in. Gets the puck deep in the zone. Panthers fired up the boards. Judd gets a piece of it, but bounces over her stick. She sends that across to Izzy. Ooh. Izzy gets it up for Dahlia. She gets tripped up. Puck comes out in the neutral zone. MC sends that back in. We were offside, now we're back onside. Puck comes back out of the zone. Off Lady Wolves. Gibbs is back there for it. Gibbs gets it up the boards, kept in by the Panthers. Panthers have it behind the net. Pressure from Gibbs ties her up. She's got support from Bélanger. Puck's still in the corner now, comes out. Picked up by Lontang. She goes for a skate. Izzy's in the zone, gets a shot. Rebound comes out for Cole. Into the corner. Back for Gibbs now. She keeps it in, but it bounces over. And JoJo gets it back in the neutral zone. Ships that back into Panther territory. Both teams on a change. Perry to JoJo. She gets the red line, dumps it in. Carrington follows it up, gets it into the zone, drives the net. Her shot is saved. Rebound from Paris, goes over to Palizé. Paris gets the rebounds in the high slot, hands it off to Frood. Frood sends it down low. Panthers fire that out. That's going to be icing. Yeah. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Thanks, Melissa. Perry on the draw, gets it down low. Now Paris with some pressure. Panthers send that around. And chip it up the boards. Frood keeps it in. She's got a battle going, support from Palizé. Carrington keeps that in the zone, sends it down low for Perry. Panthers chip it up the boards. They start to break out with it through the neutral zone. Puck comes in our zone. Bella Massimiliano picks it up. Chips it up. It's kept in at the blue line. It's back now for Rowan. She picks it up, fires it up center. Knocked down by the Panthers. They get it back into our zone. Bella Mass chips it up. Panthers keep it in. They put that in front. It's blocked. Bella Mass puts the puck in the corner. Panthers in the high slot get a shot into the glove, and then she plays it for Bella Mass. For Michaela Paris. Paris off the boards into the zone. Cation knocks that down low. Follows it into the corner. Gets it out front for Morris. Knocked away. Now it's back for Judd. She skates it in the zone. Fires that across for Patura. Berkeley gets it back for Addie. Addie's got a wall of red. Dumps it in the zone. Panthers send that out of the zone. Judd gets it back in the neutral zone. She gets that for Berkeley. Berkeley chips that into the zone. Second effort because it got blocked by the ref. It's going to happen. Judd's there to keep it in. Sends it back in the corner. Morris after it behind the net. She gets support from Cation. Cation gets a stick on it. Cuts to the slot with it. She's in the slot. Backhand shot off the goalie's glove and over the net. Back out front. Puck cleared away. Panthers are going in the box, though, I believe. Cross check is called. Power play coming up for Lady Wolves with 6:12 to go in a scoreless first period. Off the draw, it's back for Gibbs. Sends it down low for Burke. Burke back for Addie. Addie walks in with it. Cycles it for Berkeley. Berkeley across to Kaelin in the high slot. Back down low for Addie. Addie off the sidewall gets a shot on net. Save is made. It's back to Addie off the draw. Sends that down low for Dahlia. Dahlia takes it behind the net. Around, hits the brakes. Double breaks, gets that to Lontang. Lontang back to Belanger. Back for Judd. It's tied up on the sidewall. Gibbs helping out. We're going to get a penalty there. Hooking is called. So 4-on-4 for a minute 18. So lots of ice out there. Panthers get it back to the blue line. They fire a shot, that's deflected. Save is made, and she hangs on to the rebound. Puck's in the corner, Emma ties up. Panthers take it behind the net. Pressure from Emma continues. It's in some feet. Emma's got her tied up in the corner. They get it back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Blocked in front, maybe saved. To the blue line. Dahlia gets that out. Gets hooked. They're going to call that. Paris goes in, gets a shot. Blocker save. Rebound pulled in. Whistle goes. So 4-on-3 now for 33 seconds. And it'll be 4-on-4 for a minute 15. And then we'll have a 45-second power play. Excuse me. All right, face off to the right. So the goaltender. Panthers get it off the draw and dump it out. Rowan Frood gets it back for the Wolves. Over for Belamash. She chips that up. It's blocked by the Panthers. Belamash gets it back over for Carrington now. Carrington kicks it into the zone. Drives the net, gets a shot. Glove save. Rebound picked up by the Panthers. They send that all the way down. Now it's 4-on-4. Frood across to Perry. Perry gets it in the zone. Her shot, glove save. Rebound in the corner for Carrington. Carrington's tied up. Rowan pinches in. She keeps that in the corner. Cover from Perry. Now Palizé with pressure. Belamash pinches in. Whoa, she gets hooked on the way in. No call there. Panthers get it back and start to head out with it. Pressure from Morris, knocks the puck away. Frood gets it back. Over Belamash. Up for Gation. Gation chips that in for Morris. Morris into the zone, gets it to Gation. Now we got a 5-on-4, 40 seconds. Gation behind the net. To Berkeley, back for Gaish. Panthers fire that around the boards. Pinch from Gibbs, keeps that in. Morris gets that back for Addy. Addy in the high slot, turns, puts it down low for Berkeley. Berkeley in the corner, chips that towards the net. Gation gets it behind the net. Gation behind the net, gets it on net, save is made. Come on. We're going to get another power play. Skate away, girls, skate away. They're going to call that. Just under 3 minutes to go. 5-on-3 for 10 seconds. Tread over to Gibbs. Gibbs gets a shot just a little wide. It bounces out of bounds. We'll get faced off inside. 1 second on the penalty. Judd gets it over for Gibbs. Girl in the box almost got her. Now she does. It's all the way back behind the net. Murphy plays that up for Belanger. Belanger takes it back down low. Finds Cole at center. Cole to Lontang into the zone. Izzy takes it down low. Gets that back to Gibbs. Gibbs fires out of net. It's blocked in front. Rebound from Cole. Saved. Net is off. Puck is cleared out. Murphy fires that up for Judd. Judd sends that across to Lontang. Lontang takes it into the zone. Drives the net. Gets some help from Cole. Cole puts that back down low. It's knocked back for Gibbs. Her shot off a skate into the corner. Puck's back for Judd. She walks in, gets a shot blocked by the Panthers. Now Izzy with it. Izzy gets it out front. Cole's shot blocked. Panthers on the rebound, get it away. Gibbs fires that back down low. That comes back for Gibbs. She puts that on net. Goalie makes a save. Rebound cleared out of the zone. 25 seconds on the power play. Gibbs back for the puck. She's got some pressure. She fires that around for Perry. Perry gets some traction going and gets it over for Carrington. Carrington into the zone. Sends it back for Jojo. Jojo back for Carrington. Back for Jojo. Now we're back to 5-on-5. Jojo's shot on net is saved. We're going to get a slash. So power play for the Panthers with 52 seconds to go. JoJo gets a puck off the draw, chips it up. It's kept in at the blue line. They go D to D. Panthers shot, deflected over the net. JoJo on the rebound. Panthers get it back. Across the ice. Back to the high slot. Good pressure from Carrington, and Emma Moore gets the puck back, fires it hard all the way down the ice. And Bella Perry after it. She's going to get there first with 15 seconds to go in the period. She comes out behind the net with it. Around she goes. She's going to kill that penalty with 10 seconds to go. Back for JoJo, cross for Emma. She dumps it down, and that's the end of the first period. Yeah, 1:08 and a penalty. Second period action coming up. Our first game's coming from the Preston Memorial Auditorium. Later on this evening, we'll be over at the Dixon Arena. Unfortunately, we won't be playing at the Galt Arena this weekend, which is one of the oldest continually operating rinks in the world. Originally built in 1921. All right, off the draw. Panthers get the puck. Pressure from Morris and Gation in the neutral zone. Gation knocks the puck out of the air and takes a player out in the process. We dump it down. Panthers come up through center with it. Back check from Gation, knocks the puck away, and Belamass clears it out of the zone. We got 30 seconds left in the penalty. Panthers in the neutral zone. Get over the blue, it's over for Frood. She chips that out of the zone. Pressure from Gation, forcing the play. Panthers come up through center. Rowan stops him at the blue line. And Gation gets that back. It's knocked back into our zone, though, by the Panthers. 7 seconds to go in the penalty. Belamass has the puck behind the goal line. She chips that out. Oh, almost to Paris out of the box. Paris does get the puck, keeps the battle going. Now it's back for Belamass. Up for Frood. Frood gets that off his skate and out of the zone. Panthers knock it back in. Belamass picks it up. Kept in by the Panthers. They get it back to the point. Their shot blocked by Paris, and she goes off to the races with it. Paris enters the zone, gets hauled down, penalty coming up. Holding called, power play for the Wolves with 10:10 to go in the second. Still scoreless game. Panthers clear it out off the draw. Gibbs gets back there for the Wolves. Fires that around. Montang to Judd. Judd comes up the sidewall with it. Get a little interference, keeps the battle going. Perry gets it to Cole. Comes back for Gibbs. Gibbs to Perry. Oh, just gets away from her. Izzy and Berkeley helping out. Over for Gibbs. Gibbs across to Judd. She gets it up to Lontang. She chips that into the zone. Oh, she gets bumps. No call. Back for Gibbs. Gibbs comes up the zone with it, out to the neutral zone, into Panther territory. Behind the net with it, back for Izzy. Izzy shot, blocked in front. Carrington sends that behind the net. Gibbs pinches in, keeps it on her stick, gets it out front. The goalie gets a piece of it, it's loose. Carrington gets a shot, another shot, save. Carrington's on the rebound, back for Jojo. Jojo walks in, gets a shot through traffic. It's save, rebound from Gation. Doesn't get on net. It's sent back to the blue line for Gibbs. Gibbs gets a shot on net, saves made. Gation gets it back for Carrington. Carrington across to Jojo. Jojo gets a shot, glove save. 13 seconds to go in the power play. Comes back for Jojo, down low for Geish, behind the net for Morris. Morris tries to get that out front. Panthers are in the way. Palize helps her out and gets it back to Morris. Goes back behind the net. Now she gets it out front. It gets away from her to the girl out of the box. Emma gets in there and gets the puck back for the Wolves. Ships it up center for Berkeley. Berkeley gets out of the zone with it. Over for Ryan. Ryan into the corner. She's tied up. Berkeley helps her out. Berkeley gets the puck. Gets it on net. Save is made. Gets it back behind the net for Morris. Morris back for Emma Moore. Her shot blocked. Puck behind the net. Berkeley gets it out front. Goalie jumps on top of that. 7.5 minutes to go. Still 0-0 in the second period. Dahlia gets it off the draw, behind the net with it. She's tied up, gets some help from Paris. Goes into the corner, Bellamas pinches in. Bellamas sends that down low. Berkeley gets there. She's tied up, Paris helps her out. Paris back for Rowan Frood. Frood gets around the player, walks in, her shot, glove save, rebound from Paris, held onto. Seven minutes to go in the second. Into the corner, it's to the blue line. Bellamas sends it back in the zone. Pressure from Paris behind the net. Carrington gets it, or Berkeley gets it on the sidewall. Sends it down low. Dahlia's there for it. Comes back to Bellamas. She chips that back in the zone. Now the Panthers get that out. That should be icing, and it will be. 6.5 minutes to go in the second. All right, everyone's tied up off the draw. Now the Panthers find it, chip it up, and Gibbs keeps that in, but now the Panthers get it back out. Off a skate of Gibbs in the neutral zone. She knocks the puck away, goes after it behind the net. Over for Izzy. Izzy chips that up for Addie. Back for Izzy and across for MC. Michaela into the zone with it, gets that on net, rebound steered into the corner. Izzy gets there. She's pinned on the wall, gets some help from Perry. 3-on-2 for the Panthers in the corner. Puck is still loose. Izzy gets it out. Izzy finds it in the slot. It's in some feet. Michaela Cole chips at it. Cole gets pinned on the boards. She's got a hand on her back. She kicks it out. It comes out with it. She gets that back for Judd. Judd across to Gibbs. Gibbs shot on net off the glove. Rebound for Cole. She gets it out front to Gibbs. Her shot on net is saved. 5:13 to go in the second. Puck is loose. Gation's on that. Getting some help from Morris. Now it's back for JoJo. She gets a shot deflected by Carrington. That goes over the net. Carrington gets it back in the corner, sends it behind the net for Morris. Panthers chip it up. Gation keeps that in. Carrington in front gets a piece of it. Goalie makes a save. Rebound in the corner. Now behind the net, Morris after it. She gets there. She's got some pressure. She keeps it going. On the other side, Gation in the mix. Back for JoJo. She keeps that in. Now the Panthers get it out. Up through center. JoJo stops her at the ringette line. Gets it out of the zone. Panthers chip it back in for Emma. Over for JoJo. Get it up to Carrington out of the zone. Whistle goes this time. 4:06 to go in the second. Panthers dump it in off the draw. Rowan Frood gets it behind the net. She chips that up for Paris. Kept in at the blue line. Shot on net. Saved by Murphy. Belanger back for Frood. She fires it off the boards. Kept in by the Panthers. They put that behind the net. Rowan's there. She double teamed. It gets over for Paris. Paris takes it behind the net. Nope, cuts out front. Gets it over for Berkeley. Berkeley back cross to Paris. She gets the red line. Dumps it in. Belanger with some pressure. Gets the puck behind the net. She comes out with it in the high slot, gets a shot off the goalie's melon. Rebound from Paris. Back to Frood. Frood blows the wheel at the worst time. But she's on that back check. She gets the puck back. No call there. Bella Mask gets the puck in the down low. Now it's over for Berkeley. She gets it up for Paris. Paris chips it up the boards. Gets some help from Dahlia. Gets that out. Now the referee slows this back down. Puck's back in the zone. Rowan Frood's on it. Frood pinned on the wall. Panther fans are quiet on that body slam. Now puck goes behind the net. Panthers get it. Knocked away by Frood, and Berkeley gets it in the corner. Berkeley fires that around. The Panthers stop it behind the net. Murphy intercepts the pass and settles things down. .2:14 to go in the second. All right, Judd gets it off the draw, chips up the boards. Cole chips that out of the zone for Perry. Perry and Lontang enter the zone. Shot on net. Goalie makes the save. And off the drop, Perry comes out with it. Takes it in the corner. It was behind the net. In the other corner. Puck comes out center. Judd gets it. Back in the zone. Puck bounces away. The Panthers head out 1-on-1 the other way. There we go. Puck knocked away by Gibbs on the back check. Judd ties up in the corner. Gets some help from Perry. Perry up for Lontang out of the zone. Panthers send that back to Bella Perry. She's going to bring that in the zone. Her shot into the glove. No, it falls out of the glove. Gibbs is there to keep it in. Panthers send that back for Izzy. Izzy walks in, fires a clapper, just a little high. Panthers trip it up the boards. Gibbs stops it with her feet, kicks it over, walks in, gets a shot in front. Rebound from Cole. Goalie makes the save. Or deflection from Cole. 51 seconds to go in the second. Still 0-0. Jojo keeps that in. Gation comes out with it, gets a backhand shot. Goalie makes the save. Puck's chipped back to the blue line. Jojo sends it back in. Panthers send it behind the net, up the boards. Emma Moore keeps that in. Her shot blocked in front. Puck's blocked again by Gation. She drives the net, tries to get that out front. Goalie gets a handle on that. 22 seconds to go in the period. Panthers chip that up the boards. Jojo keeps that in. Carrington gets taken out. Gation's there to help out. Gation gets it out front. Panthers send that away. 7 seconds. 5-4. This is going to be the end of the second period. All tied up at 0. 12 minutes to go. All right, 12 minutes to go in regulation. Panthers chip it up into the neutral zone and then into Sudbury territory. Belamass chips that away. For Berkeley, sends it up center for Paris. Panthers get it back though, send it back in. Belamass in the corner. Weird bounce. Now Fruit sends that around. Berkeley gets there, sends it out of the zone. Panthers send it back in. Bellemas up to Berkeley. Berkeley over the red. Fires that towards the net. Blocked by the Panthers. Belanger, though, gets in there. Keeps the puck in the zone. Now Paris with some pressure. Belanger blocks that. Paris gets the loose puck. Paris double teamed on the side. Puck comes out of the neutral zone. Judd's there off the bench. Cuts in with it. Now Gibbs up to Judd. Across to Patura into the zone. Berkeley gets in with it. Puts that towards the net. Belanger couldn't get the shot. We're going to get a penalty for that. Tripping call coming up. That was a soft call. Wow. One of the fans from the other team even says it's a bad call. All right, power play with 10.5 minutes to go. So we're on the penalty kill. Sorry. Bella Perry gets it behind the net, chips it up the boards. Panthers keep that in. Judd gets it behind the net, fires it around the boards. Panthers keep that in. Panthers on the perimeter. On the high slot, shot, glove save. All right, off the draw, Gibbs fires it up, it's kept in. Shot goes over the net. Judd gets the rebound, chips it up center, gets it all the way down. Morris forced in the play. Now Carrington in the mix. Puck comes up in the neutral zone. Nice back check from Morris, gets it back. She turns with it. She's going for a skate into their zone. Gets over, cuts in. Killing that penalty off. She gets that back for Moore. Moore fires that deep in the zone. Carrington gets there. Carrington's tied up in the corner. Double teamed. And 35 seconds to go on our penalty. Puck's back for JoJo. She gets that out of the zone. Back into Panther territory. There we go. Cole forced in the play again. Panthers get it out in the neutral zone. Close offside. Bella Perry gets it back. And she goes for a skate. She gets into the zone with it. 7 seconds on the penalty. Cuts the... She gets tripped. There we go. Power play coming up for the Wolves. Good work from Bella Perry to keep her feet moving, drawing that call. 8:23 to go in regulation. And it's back for Frood at the blue line. She sends that over for Izzy. Izzy gets it out front. One-timer saved. Rebound from Lontang. Out front's loose. Cleared in the corner. Frood gets it. She skates it down low. Takes it behind the net. Gets that to Lontang. Lontang back for Massimiliano. She puts that out front. Cole gets it. Shot blocked. Izzy gets the puck back to Bella Mass. She chips that in. It's cleared out by the Panthers. Rowan Frood picks it up for the Wolves. Minute 20 to go in the power play. Frood chips it up center. Cole to Belanger. Back in the zone. Dahlia takes it behind the net. She's tied up. Now she gets it out front. Izzy on her backhand, can't get the shot off. Puck's back to the Fruit. She gets a shot. Goalie hangs on to that. 1 minute to go on the power play. Morris to Berkeley, back for Gibbs. Gibbs walks in, her shot off the blocker. It's in! Addie Gibbs puts the Lady Wolves up 1-0 on a shot from the point. Power play goal with 7:15 to go in the first. There we go. 3 of our last 3 goals have been scored from the point, maybe in 4 of the last 4. No. Now we just got 7:15 to go. Got to get another one in there so I can breathe a little better. Gibbs gets it off the draw. Off the boards for Berkeley. Berkeley gets the red line, dumps it in. Oh, she puts that on net. Goalie's going to have to freeze that. We'll get a face-off inside. Puck's back to Gibbs off the draw. She sends that down low for Burke. Burke puts it out front. Cation gets a piece of it, but it gets away from her. Now the Panthers head out the other way. Nice back check from Berkeley, and Gibbs knocks the puck out of the zone. In the neutral zone, it's loose. Berkeley with some pressure. Now Cation forcing it. Comes all the way back for Leah. Leah sends that behind the net for Addie. Addie puts it up the boards. Kept in by the Panthers. Now it's Judd's turn. Comes up the side with it. Now sends it cross ice. Almost got that to Berkeley. Panthers get it back in our zone. Cation with some pressure. Now the puck's up in the neutral zone. Panthers send that behind the net for Kaylin. She gets it up the boards. Cation ties up, but there we go. Now Bella Perry gets that out of the zone. Oh, icing called. Just under 6 minutes to go in regulation time. 1-0 for the Wolves. The Lady Wolves. Face off coming to the left of, or no, we send it over there. All right. Whistle goes. I don't know. I don't think everyone is lined up properly for that. A little do-over. Now JoJo sends that around the boards. Well, Paris is going to get it. She didn't even touch her. We're getting a hook and call there. All right, 5:43 to go in regulation on the PK. Perry gets that to JoJo. Joe chips it up. It's kept in it. Oh no, comes over the blue line. Offside called. Panthers chip it up. Bella Perry knocks that back in their zone. Loses her stick, so Carrington's going to take off and put some pressure on. Carrington keeping the puck low in the zone. Now it comes up. Bella almost got there. Panthers get into our zone. They hand it off. They get a shot. Murphy with a save. 1:29 to go on the penalty. 5:12 in the period. Shot goes wide. Loose puck comes out front, cleared away by Bella Mass. They get another shot. Belanger blocks that. Puck's in the corner. The Panthers get there first. They walk out. They get a shot. Murphy with a save, and she hangs on to that. 109 in the penalty. Back to the blue line. They go D to D, but Izzy knocks that away, and she's off on a breakaway. Lontang all alone. Oh, almost had top corner. Right idea, but not a bad penalty kill. Now she's on the back check. Izzy on the back check knocks it away. Izzy just on fire this shift. She's going to take a break after that. Belanger now with pressure. Puck's back for Frood. Frood chips that up, gets some help from Cole. It's loose in the neutral zone. Belanger comes to help out. Cole gets that deep in the zone. 30 seconds left on that penalty. Cole with some pressure, keeping the puck in the Panther territory. Panthers chip it up, but it's back for Frood. Frood hands it off to Bella Mass. Bella Mass all the way down. 15 seconds in the penalty. Just under 4 minutes left in regulation. Morris with some pressure. And Cole keeps it in the zone. Now Cole for pressure. And we're back to 5-on-5. Cole forces that in the corner. Now Morris's turn. Puck comes back to Gibbs in the neutral zone. She sends that back in. Panthers send it out in the neutral zone. Gation gets a piece of it. Panthers send that back into our zone. 3:20 to go. Addie picks up the puck, ships it up for Berkeley. We get that to the blue line. Panthers keep it in. It's back for Gibbs. Gibbs around the boards. Gation chips it, gets it to the blue line and out. Now Berkeley with some pressure, forces it back into the Panther territory. She hits the brakes, walks in, fires a shot. Gation gets a piece of it. Gation sends that behind the net to Perry. Perry in the corner, sends it back down low for Gaish. Gation takes it behind the net, walks out with it, gets a shot. Save is made. Perry's after it. Perry gets there in the corner. She's double teamed. As she keeps that battle going, Gation helping her out. Puck comes out, Gation gets there. Over for Gibbs. Gibbs in the slot, walks in with it, shot. Goalie makes the save. Berkeley back for Addie. Addie on the sidewall with it, walks in, cuts to the net, gets a shot through traffic. That's blocked in front. Berkeley's on the rebound. Berkeley fires that to the net. That's blocked. Perry gets the loose puck behind the net. Perry gets that out front. It's knocked down. Now Gibbs gets it back. Gibbs fires that off the boards. It's going to bounce behind the net for Perry. Under 2 minutes to go in regulation. Perry cycles that down low for Berkeley. And it comes back now for Judd. Judd on the sidewall, tied up. Oh. She's working at it. Gets that back for Gibbs now. Gibbs has the lane. She's going to skate it in. Oh, hand it off to Berkeley. Puck comes out. That's going to be icing. 1:23 to go in regulation. Timeout called by the Panthers. Timeout over. 1:23 left in regulation. 1-0 Lady Wolves for game number 1 of the Cambridge Roadrunners tournament. Fans are fired up. Izzy going in for the draw. She's got Michaela and Carrington on the wings. Emma and Jojo on the blue line. Carrington gets that back to Jojo off the draw. She chips that back for Carrington. She's tied up on the sidewall. Panthers pick it up, chip it up center. Back check from Izzy, and then Paris gets the puck back. Paris chips it back into Panther territory. Panthers try to get that out. Izzy keeps it in. Izzy takes that behind the net as we enter the final minute of regulation time. Puck goes behind the net for Carrington now. She's double teamed, gets it over for Izzy. Izzy skates it out, gets it back to the blue line for Jojo. Jojo's got some pressure, sends that back down low for Izzy. Izzy takes it behind the net. Off the boards for Emma. She's got no shot, she gives it back to Izzy. Well, Emma's got a shot, just didn't have the lane. Izzy tied up behind the net. Panthers get it back. Carrington blocks the pass, and Emma gets it back into their zone. Icing called. 20 seconds left. I believe the Panthers are going to pull the goalie now. No, they're not. All right. Goals for, goals against matter, so they'll probably try and keep it close. 20 seconds to go. 1-0 Wolves, 5-on-5. Puck gets back to the blue line. Panthers keep it in. Now they get a shot. That's blocked by Cole. Now Berkeley gets the loose puck out of the zone. She gains the red line. Over the blue, fires that into the corner. 5 seconds as Michaela Cole battles in the corner. 3, 2, 1. Game 1, victory 1. Lady Wolves come out on top. We're back at it tonight at 6:15 over at the Dixon Arena. See you all then.